know Doctor Who? And if you don't, then you can go.
Right, hello guys, watching drWho, and today we're going to talk about the Time War. Yes, so I'm really enjoying the Time War. I think it's an interesting dynamic. It's really cool with its mystery, and it brought the mystery back into Doctor Who, and that's why I love the Time War. I think it's a brilliant idea by Russell Davies. I mean, there was a gap in Doctor Who where we didn't watch Doctor Who. Well, you didn't. I was born in the year 2000, so I started watching Doctor Who when I was 6, so I never really left it. It's still not left me, you know. So yeah, so it had that. There was a certain amount of time where the Time War happened between the TV movie and the revival, and I thought that was such a cool thing, the idea of the Time War. And as a kid, I grew up always attached and aware of the Time War. I was always, when the Time War was getting noticed, I was like that, and when the Time War was mentioned, I was like, right, I need to pay attention now. I love the Time War because it's so much mystery. There's so much more I want to know. I know the Time War's dealt with, it's finished by the Day of the Doctor, but I want more of it as well. So there's that, and I'm always up for a Time War point too. You know, I think that's interesting as well. The Doctor's people and the Daleks. Well, the Doctor's kind of people and the Daleks. Having a massive war, and it's such an awesome one. And then the Day of the Doctor kind of sums it up in the best way it could and wrap it up in a little bow of saving the day, everyone lives, you know, that dynamic. But throughout that, it did play a vital part of the revival, with Christopher Eccleston being war-stricken, and very much how the War Doctor had to act in this big war, and he's exhausted from it. And then the Ninth Doctor having to be, he's war-stricken, he needs help, and Rose gives him that. And I think that's so much the Ninth Doctor's character because of the Time War. And then you get the 10th Doctor, who regrets everything and brings it up and makes him upset about talking about the Time War. And then you get the 11th Doctor, who's just had enough of it now. He's trying to move on and trying to go with things, you know, the man who regrets and the man who forgets, you know, that sort of dynamic. And I think, yeah, one thing I did like from the Time War was the fact that it was kind of linked. Every Dalek story was linked with the Time War, which we don't get anymore. We don't get them stories that are kind of linked as much. So you get one Dalek from Dalek, then you get Parting as the Way's Bad Wolf. Them stories are linked in a way, but more linked from now on. You know, you get in series 2 the Void ship, and that links in the Cybermen, but it also links in with the Time War and them escaping. The Crucible from Parting of the Ways were hiding from the Daleks. The Dalek from series 1, the Daleks just crash landed into Earth because of the massive explosion, saving the day from Day of the Doctor. And then you've got series 3, you've got the Daleks trying to evolve what are left, because they're the last of Colt Oscaro, from the Daleks being all wiped out, they're the last of their species. Then Dalek Khan goes back into the Time War, saves the creator of the Daleks, Davros, and creates a whole army of Daleks ready to survive from the Time War and destroy everything. And then you get yet again Waters of Mars. There's a little scene of Journey's End with the Dalek there, so it's all linked in, and I love that. And that's what the Time War did. It created a structure for the Daleks to keep building and building. And then Moffat came along and did his own thing, and then it went off in a different direction. But particularly for the Russell T Davies era, David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston time on Doctor Who, it was very Time War-esque. And then for Day of the Doctor, it was such a big thing to build that up and end it in the best way it could. Not only did we find out that, but we knew that it took all the Doctors to save Gallifrey, and then we had that higher dynamic with it just being present all the time, and I love that. That's why I love the Time War. I think it's such a big thing. It's a massive thing for Doctor Who's history, and I think it's the best thing Doctor Who could have done when it got brought back, and I give it a round of applause, and that's why I enjoy the Time War. And I just think, yeah, it structures everything, it sets the field, and it sets a tone for Doctor Who and the way it worked. And now, obviously, it's moved on from that. But yeah, that's my thoughts, that's my theories, guys, of the Time War. I just wanted to talk about it. What's your thoughts on the Time War? Let me know in the comments. Get the little bell so you don't miss a video. Subscribe and give this video a like, because It helps the algorithm, and we're trying to get to channel goal at the end of the year. So if you could help subscribe, it'd be a massive deal, and I'd love you to join me on the journey. I'll see you guys for another video very soon on the channel. Have a nice day.